What's on the sky? It's a bird. It's a plane.
Superman is not in this set, so cut it out.
In this video, we're going to dive into the world of DC Comics. Hello, welcome to Realm Play, where we review card games and board games.
I'm Candace the noob.
And I'm Jacinta, the expert.
Before we continue, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when we upload a new video.
Today we're looking at one of my favourite games, the DC Comics deck building game by Cryptozoic. In particular, we're looking at the Heroes Unite set that features Hawkman, Booster Gold, Batgirl, Nightwing, Black Canary, and Shazam, and Red Tornado as the playable heroes. In particular, the Heroes Unite set that features Hawkman, Booster Gold, Batgirl, Nightwing, Black Canary, Shazam, and Red Tornado as the playable heroes, and it brings their dastardly foes as their featured villains. It came out in 2014, it's for 2 to 5 players, it takes like 30 minutes for a game. If you're experienced, if you're teaching someone or you're new to the game, allow for like an hour for the game. So what are you looking forward to the most?
I am really looking forward to playing another deck building game because I've only played one and I didn't like it, so I figured we could try again.
I was just excited to play it. No, it's one of my favourite games to play. I love DC Comics, I love Cryptozoic card games, and I really wanted to see if Candace hated it.
If I hated it, we couldn't be friends anymore.
Yeah, I would disown you. Just be like, no, I don't know you anymore. How can you not like this?
Stay tuned to see if she unfriends me. It finally happened. Jacinta lost her box opening capabilities. That means we can't review the game.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Now that we're in the box, I'm going to list out the contents. We have 36 punch cards, 16 vulnerability cards, 111 main deck cards. These include heroes like Superboy, Plastic Man, Katana, and Kyle Rayner, one of the Green Lanterns. Villains like Ocean Master, Jervis Tetch, Headshot, and Larfleeze, the Orange Lantern. Superpowers like Canary Cry and Shazam. Iconic equipment like the Batarang and the Lantern Power Rings. And locations that we all recognize. Metropolis and Apocalypse. Apocalypse. Wait, why the freak is it spelled like that?
Because it's a planet, not the event that ends the world.
Metropolis and Apocalypse. We also have 16 kit cards, 12 supervillain cards, 20 weakness cards, and 7 oversized superhero cards. Oh yeah, and we also have the rule book. Jacinta has in her notes here that I was supposed to talk about the box. It's shiny.
It's not matte. It's too glossy to get Candace excited.
Yes, I'm a cat. I love boxes.
Candace doesn't like shiny boxes.
It's too smooth. I feel like in every single game, I'm gonna say I like the art. What I like most about the art in this game is that it's comic book style. At one point, I wanted to be a comic book artist, but then I found something better that I wanted to get into. The comic book style has inspired my work a lot. I use black line art because I love comic book style art.
Important note here, Cryptozoic are expert at card games and know how to do a box insert for a proper card organization instead of card separators like a certain other deck building game. The interesting thing about Cryptozoic card games is that they're all Cerberus Engine card games. They all run the same, this means they're all compatible, so you can add sets together to get a different experience each time you play. The Cerberus Engine's defining features are the oversized hero cards that each have a special ability for you to try and build a deck to utilize. i.e., Booster Gold gains a power when I play a card with the defense keyword, and when I evade attacks with a defense card, I get to draw a card. So I am doubly rewarded for gaining defense cards. Cerberus Engine gameplay always starts with the same 10 card decks. For the DC deck building game, the +1 power starter cards are the punches and the 0 value cards are vulnerabilities. It then relies on the mechanic of playing cards to build up a power total each turn to meet or beat the cost of cards in the lineup, or on the supervillain stack to purchase and or defeat cards. Those cards go directly to your discard pile to become part of your deck once you cycle through your deck and reshuffle it. That's the basic deck building mechanic. You win by tallying up your victory points that are shown in the little stars in the bottom left corner of the cards. The winner is the player with the highest number of victory points. You do have to be careful though. Starter cards are worth 0 points, and some cards will have an attack effect, mainly villains and the supervillains that can cause you to add a third type of 0 value card to your deck, a weakness card, which gives you a -1 to your score for each weakness. This means a savvy player can make use of the cards that let you destroy cards to remove the weakness and vulnerabilities in their deck from the game. The game ends when either the main deck or the villain deck is empty. So this gameplay is to simulate your hero's journey through an adventure, basically, through the game. The heroes and villains that are added to your discard pile are the heroes that you meet, the allies you gain along the way, the villains are the villains that you defeat, the locations are the places you visit. It all adds in, even with the weaknesses and vulnerabilities, because not every no hero is infallible. They're all to represent the journey of your hero through its adventure in the game.
I want to say that I was kind of relieved that we didn't have to review a game that had a million pieces.
Took me like 30 seconds to set this game up.
At first, I didn't like the vulnerability cards because I thought that they were useless, but now I see that there's a point. I was wrong. It was easy to understand, and I started having fun right away, which is exactly what I want in a card game and a board game.
Cryptozoic make good card games. I've been a fan for a while now. This one offers something to all levels of players. Beginners are going to find it easy to get into just by using math to play. If you're a more experienced player, then you're going to figure out all of the shenanigans and combos that you can do within the game. I very much enjoy the cards are all, if you read the card, it tells you what it does. There is no, I have to go into the rulebook to see what this keyword does. Anytime there is a keyword on a card, of which there's only like 3 keywords in the game or something, don't quote me. I don't read the rulebook. I don't know how to play. It tells you on the card. Okay, you read the card, it explains the card. That's how you play the card. You don't need to go diving into a glossary to be like, man, what does this do? The only time I went back into the rulebook was to double check how many cards you start with. It's a starting hand of 5, by the way. It's a very good game. Alright, Candace, what do you think would make the game better? Because I think it's perfect.
I think we needed more snacks.
It gets a thumbs up.
We're gonna give this a thumbs up.
An enthusiastic thumbs up. 10 out of 10 would recommend. They've got Justice League Dark set up for pre-order soon. So if you're interested in trying it out, that's the set to grab. I think you can still get like the starter box maybe from the Cryptozoic side itself. Most retailers are sold out of it though. It's a very good game. If you want a more PvP focused ones, they do have PvP sets where you play as like rivals. So you can get like Hal Jordan versus Sinestro, Flash versus Zoom, stuff like that. Pick up a set, try it out. It's great. Thank you for watching. Tell me your favorite deck building game in the comments below. If you're a fan of DC Comics, who is your favorite DC hero? Join us next time when we review something else. Bye.
Bye, guys.
It does get stuck, so this is going to be... It's so stuck.
Like the vulnerability.
You better hurry before I start singing Fancy Pants McGee. You. Hell do you spell chauffeur? Chauffeur. Don't put any of that music talk in the video.
Night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is